Today's video, we're going to be talking about buying Team of the Weeks for the ultimate Team of the Season upgrades we get this weekend. So just before the video does start, a quick little ad on a trading service I offer over on Twitch for the cheapest trading guides out there for just £4, €4, all free with Amazon Prime. You'll receive daily trading and investing guides covering PlayStation, Xbox and PC with an array of methods covering all budgets. And I've been trading for over 10 years, making over 100 million in multiple different FIFAs, and now for the last 4 years I've made 10 million coins in just the first month. So in today's video we're going to be talking about buying Team of the Weeks for the current upgrade SBCs that are repeatable when Ultimate Team of the Season is out. Should be quite a short video because it's kind of just one concept to explain, but basically what we're going to be talking about is we're going to be talking about buying Team of the Weeks, because although we bought them early in the week and they really haven't done too well for the Serie A, the SBC is actually out when the Icon SBC is out. Because the SBC is out when the Icon SBC is out, there should be a lot more demand than when the Serie A. It's this SBC right here. So it says 2 days, which means day 1 is between the Thursday and the Friday, and day 2 is between the Friday and the Saturday. Meaning Friday after 6 PM, this SBC is going to be available. But Friday after 6 PM, we also have Ultimate Team of the Season, which in my opinion means that the stuff that's required for this SBC should be extremely highly demanded. And then there's an 83 rated squad, which isn't going to rise anything, and it is Team of the Weeks, which should do well. On top of that, so one of the reasons Team of the Week sadly didn't do too well this week is because EA went and shafted everyone with price ranges. And what that did is that had a knock-on effect of dropping Team of the Weeks. But it'll actually work in favour for them being needed for the Ultimate Team of the Season. So what do I mean by this? Well, we went and got price range updates on the Tuesday. We get them every Tuesday. And if you don't know, price range updates are on a 2-week delay. But because they're on a 2-week delay, it means that Team of the Weeks can go up in price, but they'll get a price range decrease. Because 2 weeks ago, they went down in price. It's an absolute nightmare. It's ruined loads of different investments, and yeah, it's great fun. So what ended up happening is players like Alderweireld previously would have had like a 40k price range, and they're all going for about 33k. And then EA went and decreased a lot of players with like 40 and 50k price ranges to 32k. And what this meant is when these people were relisting their Team of the Weeks that previously were like 33, 34k, they all got relisted at 32k. Because they all got relisted at 32k, all of a sudden you've got all these Team of the Weeks that have been listed for more, all being listed for the same price, which as a result created a bit of an avalanche effect. And we can see this right here. So we can see before the price range update on the Tuesday, so Tuesday early morning, we can see they're going for about 33. And then we can see all of a sudden they go from 33 down to 33,250. And the reason for this is that's when the price range update happened. And then what happened is they just crashed and crashed and crashed and crashed and crashed and crashed and went down from 33 down to 28k. So they dropped 5k because what happened is there was a bit of an avalanche effect when EA decreased price ranges. Because it wasn't just him who had a 32k price range. We had like Beto when he got a 32k price range. I mean, you can see even the worst right here, Totw'S, who got a 30k price range. So the significant, the drop should be a lot more visible here. There we go. We can see he was 32k. And then all of a sudden, he dropped down there to 30k. You see, in just one aspect, he dropped from 32 to 30, and that's because, again, his price range just got decreased down to 30. Previously, again, they were looking relatively healthy. So that's me just, I guess, covering my back on why didn't they do that well. On top of that, there just wasn't as much demand for them. There was less supply because they actually rose faster this time than they did last time. They could say, well, they rose faster due to overinvestment, and that's potentially a fair evaluation. But yeah, so with the Serie A Team of the Season, the demand for these isn't amazing. But with the Ultimate Team of the Season we're getting on Friday, the demand should be insane. And as a result, I expect to see a rise for a few hours on Team of the Weeks. So the reason that there's been a price range decrease is favourable for us is if there is a big enough rise, what will happen is the pool of players that can actually be, let's say, put on the market for that price gets lower and lower. So, for example, I'm not quite sure if they will do this well, but let's say they go from 25k up to 30k. Well, then all the players like that Totw'S I showed you earlier, they can't be listed on the market. So for them to basically go above 31k, there's a smaller pool of players because 30k and below you can list Totw'S. And then you get to like players who are 32k for example. I mean, if they go to 32k, I think they're really overperforming, but this is just something working more in your favour, is that if they go above 32k, now there's an even smaller pool of players that can be listed. And last time, what this did is it kind of just had an accelerated effect on how much these team of the weeks rose, because every time they rose, there were less players that could be listed for this higher price, and therefore easily accessible on the market. So how you can see what price ranges players have is, it's very easy. All you got to do is press compare price, and if you scroll along, you'll be able to see what these cards are being listed for. So you can see loads are up for 35k, so I'd say that would fit the criteria of at least a 35k price range. He's got at least a 35k price range. You just don't want to be buying the ones like Sheila, for example, who only has a 32.5k price range. And the reason I can see she has a 32.5k price range is because if any of them are being listed for an expensive price, it's that. And of course, we don't really want to do that because that does limit the profit if the players do very, very well. Regarding selling these players, I'd sell them around about 10 PM on the Friday. And then what I'd actually do is look at investing in the mixed team of the season on the Friday. Because they should do very well as of the Monday. On top of that, the mixed team of season that we currently have, which is mixed team of season 5, is going to go out of packs on the Sunday for the ultimate mixed team of the season, which in theory should have no cheap team of the seasons, and because they should have no cheap team of the season, they should do very well. Although I will cover this video probably either Friday or Saturday. Cover this investment either Friday or Saturday, and then they just do up and up and up and up, just like how they did really well between last weekend and this week. We should see that, but a few times X. But yeah, so it's a really nice 24, 48 hour hold. If you previously have team of the weeks, there's no real reason for them to go down anymore now, so it's just a case of, you know, holding on to them till Friday. Again, should be sell time around about 10 PM. That should be the peak time of people doing all these, or peak accumulation, people doing this SBC as well as other SBCs. But that's going to wrap it up. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you guys tomorrow with a brand new video.